Step on the land, I've got your hand, and now we're way down, fade out low. Was it your plan? Can't understand. I love the air you bring, everything. Under the sun, our fire is burning. You tell me to hold on tight. I wish that we could stay here forever. I wanna remember. Oh, the sight of you brings the fight in me, makes me wanna move. Fingers down your spine, looking in my eyes, feel your hands on mine. Tonight we're freer than ever. I wanna remember. Oh, we run every endeavor. I wanna remember. Step on the land, I've got your hand, and now we're way down, fade out, no. Was it your plan? Can't understand. I love the air you bring, everything. Amid the sun, a fire is burning. You tell me to hold on tight. I wish that we could stay here forever. I wanna remember. Oh, the sight of you brings the fight in me, makes me wanna move. Fingers down your spine, looking in my eyes, feel your hands on mine. Tonight we're freer than ever. I wanna remember. Oh, we run every endeavor. I wanna
That was disgusting. Oh my God, June. Oh.
Absolutely
What is that?
devastating.
He's actually in a really good spot for his teammates to watch over him and give him assistance, but no one really watching the main run-up. And oh, what a trophy system collateral kill!
Oh, they gotta get on the point. They gotta get on the point. They're gonna run out of time. Can they contest? They are with 1.4 seconds. And Phil is gonna go down. We are gonna be seeing him now. No, out of the point, and Wave Runners by the skin of their teeth. They're gonna be able to hold on.
Can he play from horse? Holy moly! He's gonna get another one!
As Hoy will quick scope heavy.
But it's gonna not necessarily translate to control the bottom lane, as Legacy just being an absolute nuisance here with his team just getting such a bad control here.
Team kill is gonna get hustled down to 2v2. They should have had the man up, and now Austin just can't get one. He's gonna look for the double, can't quite get it. Zuxium, the last man alive, and now it's Zuxium trying to finish off the team. He's gonna stun in there, C1. One's gonna push out, it's gonna get taken out. Zuxium can finish it right here. 7 points left. Taking out another one. One more pushes out. He's gonna get taken out by a teammate, and that's gonna be Hype Esport taking map number 1.
I see it now. I see it now. Hello and
And welcome, Call of Duty fans. We are here live now with the K7 League. Got a little preseason hype battle coming at you. Season 3 starting towards the beginning of February. I'm FBI Tug, but I'm joined here today with the glorious Trevor. Trevor, how are we doing, my man?
I mean, I am doing great tonight. Happy to be casting alongside you tonight, Tug. We got a good match coming up. But before we get to tonight's match, I want to take a look at something that's happened. Pretty nice. Tug, you want to take it away from here?
Absolutely. Little what to expect about the future before we talk about the present. This is Team Veer, your winner of the first Open Qualifiers. Yes, Open Qualifiers numero dos, that's number 2. For the Season 4 will be January 30th. Now, Team Veer took themselves home a little bit of cashola, and you can too come January 30th. A little bit more about the future. The 18th, yes, that is tomorrow. This broadcast is going live about 8:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on January 17th, a Sunday. Tomorrow, around the same time, Indiana will be taking on the Indiana Syndicate, if we could get that up. It will be taking on the Valiant. Yes, I'll be very, very clear. That is not how you spell Syndicate. Wave Runners will be taking on the Living Nightmare come Thursday. That's the 21st of January. 24th, Hustle Esports taking on Swear Society. That'll be at 8 p.m. as well. All of these 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, we're going to talk about what you can expect here, but next, we're going to talk about some of our sponsors. This is, of course, presented by FORUMA, your preseason hype battle, but GitGudHosts as well, providing those fantastic neutral hosts. And they are, of course, located geographically kind of closer to those CDL services, so neutral latency connections are expected. Innovated Gear as well, the official apparel partner, partner. That is the word that we're looking for. Of the K7. New Season 3 swag will be coming soon. You can check out their stuff on our website and Twitter. FORUMA Visuals as well, providing that excellent quality graphic design. Dropshot data, yes, that is the stats coming through for you, and they're providing for us so we can tell a better story and whatnot. Numbers always tell us tale. And last and obviously not least, Gamers Resort, yes, fighting the good fight, actively making the world a better place, working with gamers and mental health issues. You can find out more about them on their website and their Twitters. Now, Trevor, bringing the focus in here to today, I know that was a lot of information there. Bring the focus closer here into today. What can we expect?
I mean, it was a lot of good information that you just gave us there. But tonight, I want to take a look at some of these teams. Let's head over to Natural Talent first and just kind of talk about who they have on their team and who we're going to see tonight. Potentially frying. We got Crixus. I mean, everyone who watched K7 streams knows his name. He's there. He's always performing. It's Ivane is up next. I love that name. It's like Ivan, but vein, like a vein in your eye. He's cracked, probably. If that's not it, there's a good backstory for you. And then we have Daiquiri following, along with Junior. And just because Junior's name is Junior doesn't mean he's going to be putting up small numbers. Guys, watch out for this. Watch out for this roster because they are nasty. But they are going against a really good team. Tug, who are they going against tonight?
Yes, sir. Rated gold coming through here. Now, many teams have the kind of color in their name afterwards because they have multiple teams. We'll get confirmed if Rated has multiple teams in the K7. There's other things you can see if that's the case here. But either way, camo, yes, a different kind of color coming in as the captain for your Rated Gold squad. That's Zella, number 2, Aspect, and Cover rounding out this 4-man squad. This is here presented by Dropshot, of course. Again, shout out to them providing that crucial data. Shout out as well, I almost forgot, Hero as well, running production down there in Producer's Box, making our jobs as casters just so much easier. We do appreciate that. Now, where will be these two teams be doing battle in virtual sense?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the maps and the modes. Those are going to be presented by Get Good. Talked about them. Help set up our lobbies there. But I mean, this first one, we have this Crossroads. Sorry, there's a C there. Crossroads Hardpoint. That's going to be really good to watch. I love actually watching this map because spawns are big with some of the tight hill locations. Taking it on to a Moscow S&D, followed by Garrison Control. Now, we are guaranteed these 3 maps. Everyone in the stream will be for sure seeing these 3. But if we need that 4th and 5th map, we're going to head over to a Checkmate. There it is, Hardpoint, followed by a potential Miami S&D. Tuck, what are your thoughts specifically for this Crossroads? Because it's going to be the one that we get into first.
Like you said, this I would not be the first person to complain about this. I said I wasn't going to do this, but some of the rotations from these hardpoints are just simply not that big. It allows for huge runs in just the simple geographical space that you have to cover, going from certain hard points to certain hard points. We'll see it once we get in there, and I'll point it out as we go. It's just really not that big, you know, especially given where spawns of some of these can be and how close hard points can be to outside of the map. That's guaranteeing that 40-50% of a side not going to have spawns on it, like, period, end of story. Well, again, we'll get into that a little bit farther. Still a great map. As for the rest of the roundup, I just simply like when we have 5 different maps on the potential 5 map series for best of 3s. Now, I just don't really like when we're doubling up. It makes a lot of sense, especially Garrison. I think teams really been focusing on playing here for a while, and there's a lot of sense there because it's a busy map, let's say.
Yeah, and kind of I'm a nerd for maps and patches and things. But just kind of talk about the Crossroads thing. P1, 3, and 4 are like you can lay down your gun and basically get there like the length of a gun
and get there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, like
100%.
it's really is something else. You can die in one hill and basically fall into the next. And also, and again, we'll get into this a little bit more when there's like a visual representation of this. But the simple fact is that some of these lanes are very, very narrow or can very, very easily be choked out, especially by your anchor AR players. So when you're talking about the point-to-point movements, it's just so much easier. And at the end of the day, the big effect that this has is that teams are just simply staying there for longer. It makes sense to abandon this point at some, you know, like chronological point in the countdown from 60 to 0, right? Like everybody kind of differs on where you want to abandon a hard point at to move to the next. With this map and the way they're set up, especially if you can send a player or two beforehand to cover lanes, then you're really just looking at like almost no reason to not just take a full 60. And that was implemented in this game mode. You know, this is not a game mode for the CDL on accident, right? I mean,
Yeah, and it's really cool. And like the weird thing is they actually switched where P3 was, P4 was. They switched where it was. Like it was still really. It's like again, you could spit from where it used to be to where it is now. Like it's from the rocks over to the yeah. And like I don't know. There's a lot of debate about this map, but either way, we get to enjoy the action that we're going to see on it tonight, and we have so many other great maps. Yeah, me either. It's fun to watch. We'll get into lobby here soon. It actually sounds like both teams are going to be ready, so we'll be getting right into this Crossroads hardpoint really soon. We can show you some of those visual representations, kind of what we mean by where the hills are, or P or point, whatever you may hear us refer to them as. Just some Call of Duty lingo for you.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm actually really excited to see this Crossroads and just see these teams just butt heads.
Butt heads. There you go. We're getting juvenile here in the pre-season high battle stream. No, I'm completely with it. In the end of the day, I'm not being too negative. I guess I'm glad that Moscow is not the selection for the hard point anymore, right? That was tough breaks. Control was the only thing that was worse. But Moscow overall, a great map. Again, running at the line out is a little Garrison action, a very, very busy map. Checkpoint, which is it's just lackluster at every game mode, in my opinion. There's nothing, S&D, yeah, kind of, but like just in general, it's lackluster. It's middle of the road. It's dead average. Checkpoint is, and yeah, just not about it so much. Miami, different story. There's also been changes of those as well. You were talking about some of the numbers and how those tell a story. You want to talk about any significant changes that have been coming through here based on, and then might kind of change what is to be expected, what we're going to be watching.
I mean, not specifically. I just want to kind of let the players talk for themselves here a little bit, but the maps, I mean, honestly, like you said it a little bit earlier, I'm glad to see 5 different maps. If anyone remembers to last season, in the game that we're not going to talk about, it was very common to see 3 maps in a row.
Hackney Yard. Yeah, it was brutal.
Runner, Hackney Yard. We saw the
there's a
same
lot to be said
maps.
for casting wise, learning these maps, and obviously playing wise even more so, right? There's a lot to be said for casting these maps and getting used to them, but geezeries, I'm so glad we have a little bit of difference now, right? Variety is the spice of life. A smarter person than myself said that once. And I'm just glad, like I said, that we have the potential 5 different maps. Getting on into it now, yes, this is Crossroads. The K7 League preseason hype battle starts now.
Natural talent versus rated gold. Who's going to come out on top? Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We're not going to a break. We're cutting right to the action. There's that nice stinger transition. Just kidding. We have one more countdown. Got kind of hype for you. I am sorry. Here it is. Right on board with Junior as he's going to lead us into this first hill.
Yes, sir. Natural talent on the right. Again, Crixus Jr., Ivane Daiquiri. Left is rated gold. It's going to be the main camo cover. Zella and Aspect. Looks like Rated Gold all over this one. Spawning together at least is Natural Talent, trying to flood on into this first. Seems like a decent little setup so far with anchor positions and more. Aspect taking some from the back, trying to get shots down mid lane wise. Not going to happen. Natural Talent taking this one over for the time being.
Yeah, and Crixus with really good positioning here as he is set up at P2 and potentially could flip the spawns for his teammates with a couple more kills right there. So that should be his teammates spawning on that right side of the minimap. That's going to be closer to that P2. You're going to see a lot of that. Focus around the P2 because the other ones are kind of located on that left side of the map. But right now, pretty dead even on the score as P1's going to wound out in the next 10 seconds or so. We start to see the battle for P2. I mean, you have Rated Gold up on that little tank side there. Natural Talent picking up some scrap as they managed to take the lead after Rated had the early break. But now it's just going to be it's going to be a bloodbath for this P2.
Always is. Always is. There's a reason why this is kind of a concave box in the bottom of this. That's because that's what holds the bloodbath. I don't know. 45 seconds onto this one. Natural Talent members trying to jump down, but so far Rated Gold actually having a decent little hold over this. And now 5, 6, 7, 8, everybody on Natural Talent squad spawning out towards the outside east area, trying to flood in from the north side. All 4 members up top. And like a tidal wave, as this is Crixus trying to find one, but as Damon John, not going to happen. 2 men now for the Natural Talent squad trying to force their way through and only finds 1 for the entire squad spawn. Junior is still up top north where the rest of the team spawns south.
Yeah, a very interesting thing because Natural Talent's essentially spawning at the next till right now. So Rated, yeah, sure, pick up as much time as you can here because Natural Talent will have an early hold. Rated's going to try to regroup and break, but right now they're looking at a pretty sizable lead. Not really. It's a nice lead taking into this next hill because, again, the hills right here are so kind of close quarters on this very close quarter map. It's very easy to just kind of contest stuff. So as you can see, Rated already in here, as I talked about Natural Talent with the early positioning. That doesn't matter. Rated came in swinging. I mean, look, you have 2 people at 6 and 3 with Cuffer and Zila there. So that's a great stat line as each of them look to improve. Junior actually going to come in for the break, unable to get it there as there were a couple players stacked for Rated Gold.
Yeah, talking a little bit more about outliers, as we reach the middle point of this game. 80-30, Rated Gold and Natural Talent. But speaking of kills, 7-6 for Camo, not bad. Cuffer at 9-4 is very good. Everybody else on Rated Gold is either positive or even. But looking at Natural Talent, 2-11 is not going to get the job done. 9-5 for Junior, looking more like Senior. 10 seconds left on this one as Natural Talent going to be rolling on in, and this is the one that I'm talking about. Look at this. You can die in this point and follow to the next one. And also just the ability to spawn all the way outside where Natural Talent is spawning right now. It just gives you complete open-ended area of this, or a complete open-ended control of this hardpoint. Like from one to the next, just easy peasy. Why not die on the previous hardpoint, right?
Yeah, I mean, exactly, because then you're there right there. Natural Talent does have some catching up to do, down by just around 40 points right now. But Zila right there contesting, looking to get some shots. He does fall there to Natural Talent, who's looking to pick up some points here, but Rated Gold able to push in. You kind of see them top versus bottom smashing together toward that little point there if you're looking at the minimap like I do. But either way, man, I mean, look at some of the stat lines. Junior is at 12-8, though, not bad at all. 12-8 by Cuffer, kind of cool stat line there as I kind of highlight those. But Natural Talent in the point, kind of decreasing the deficit as they look to fall their way back into this hard point.
Cuffer actually having a little bit of trouble finding that one on the other side. That was Crixus who's aiming for. Fence the second, not going to find the third lane down. 5 seconds left on this hard point as we're rotating and getting to the next rotation of our first back. The true neutral here in the middle. Natural Talent on it so far as members from Rated Gold spawning out towards trucks and whatnot. Trying to find established lanes is Ivan and company, but yeah, Ivan just keeps the faith here, keeps his eyes down sights. Sub player comes up, challenges, gets that one. He does get taken on the anchor side. His Natural Talent looking to tie this one up, and they're 3 seconds away from doing it.
Yeah, and the kind of interesting is we're already seeing a battle for P2 down there. Crixus, again, kind of trying to get these spawns for his teammates. We saw him do it last time. He does fall, so that's kind of big for Rated Gold, as they are just now losing the lead with Natural Talent. A good 2 holds on that last hill and this current one to bring it back to a tie. Rated Gold is going to take control of this point right now with kind of a battle there for P2. Number 3 is Zila. We're on him now. He is looking to kind of secure these spawns for his teammates, at least hold it down, get a couple kills. That's exactly what he needed to do there, get those couple kills. Let his teammates know, hey, 2 down on P2. They're going to be there. I'm dead. Enough time for his teammates to get there. You love to see it.
That one fought over almost to the very bitter end. Natural Talent coming on top of this Second hard point in the second rotation. This much more open area, and actually Cuffer finding one on the backfield here. Finding a second in the middle. That was nothing about the backlines on that. Now getting on in towards 40 seconds, and that is unfortunate. Cuffer coming out, taking one off of the spawns. Natural Talent getting very close spawns and then doing nothing with it.
Big plays by Cuffer there to be able to like know to play your life, to take the cover, get the kill. Don't try to chow two, even though you see three. He took his kill, he ran around in circles, and then got the second one. That's big brain plays there by Cuffer as he is able to secure that positioning for his team. But Natural Talent showing their talent there to be able to pick this right back up, to get these last few points and to take a little over a 20-point lead into this next hill. Where Story, the thing, I mean, we see the other team kind of set up first, but look, a little bit different setup. 1 and 3 are kind of holding down those long lanes, forcing Natural Talent to come through mid-map and right into the guns of their teammates on this next rotation.
20 points separate these two squads. Big performances have been the theme so far on individual hard points, like big initial lion's share chunks taken out of the first, 20, 30, 40 seconds of hard points, but then a definitive swap comes in, and the difference has been spelled out so far as how teams operate after that. Camo with 2 here. Camo trying to find a third. Not going to happen, even if he put a nice little diamond camo at the end of that AK-74. Cuffer looking to get things going in here as members Camo and Zella spawning pretty far away. Shots from the side, and I don't think he believed there was multiple members still in by Natural Talent on that hard point after he took out the first.
Yeah, and I mean, number 1 Camo hasn't really left that position a lot, aside from the time that he kind of pushed up and died there, but he's actually holding the next hill for his team as he's kind of holding down that top lane on that tank side. Yeah, that's the last player that's in that last hill. As Rated Gold just look for the clear. They're going to try to pick up a lot of points. So what we saw here is this last hill is where Natural Talent kind of got back in the game, and now they're taking a 20-point lead in this hill. So they know, that they can get the points from it. So Rated Gold can't let them do it again. They have to take the points for themselves, or we're going to go into the next rotation looking pretty bad.
Daiquiri trying to do everything himself here. He went on a decent little run earlier, but unfortunately dropped to 14 and 23 or so. 35 seconds left on this one as Rated Gold again, following that theme of taking big, huge, like half of hardpoint chunks. Looking at 30 seconds now as they're now tying it up. Camo trying to get some damage out edgewise. He knows there's a player there, but takes some flak from the side, and that's a Natural Talent squad that all spawns nearby. I'd feel like I was wrong if it didn't happen every single time.
Yeah, I mean, they're all right there. You're going to see these last few points go to Natural Talent. All Rated Gold can do is try to set up on this P1, kind of get those 20, 30 points back. We saw him do it at the beginning of this point. Let's see if you can take 50. Should try to get 50 instead of just tying it up and losing the last few. Why not tie it up and take the lead back? I mean, you got to take some initiative here. You got the gun skill. I mean, Cuffer and Junior have basically stayed almost at the same stat line. Cuffer actually taking lead, getting ready to get his 30th kill there. He dies as soon as I say it. But I mean, Rated Gold didn't quite get to hold on to it. Natural Talent already in the point, getting more points and getting pretty close to that 200-point mark.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at KD differences, Junior at 25-28, only Posy 3 is only the one getting it really, really done. Yes, Ivane has 1 extra, but the main Slayer, like you said, is Cuffer 8+. It's almost 1/3 on top. 200 or so for the Natural Talent squad. Rated Gaming might be slaying out, but the last hard point or so has really flipped the script. Is this continuing to prove a hype preseason hype battle? The name attributed to correctly.
Yeah, and you kind of mentioned it here as Rated Gold they have more kills. They're kind of outslaying Natural Talent, but look at the scoreline. Natural Talent's up by just about 30 points here. And that kind of says a lot for this map and for this game. Like, Modern Warfare, you're not going to see that as much. The people who get a bunch of the kills are going to blow their way through. Cold War, it's more methodical. You have to know what you're doing on the map, and we see Natural Talent in the point more than Rated Gold. 211, they don't have very far to go. Honestly, Rated, they're finally in this P2, looking to hold something down. Number 3 at the bottom, Zila. He's going to try to pick up a couple kills as they push, but...
Trevor, using the word methodical while you're like fixing the turtleneck thing, when I said you looked like a supervillain and now like stroking your beard is not doing any favors for yourself. Me, I'm trying to like withhold from the villain jokes here, and you're like literally making it easy for myself. I wish you were on camera right now. But just like that, I'm done memeing. Rated Gold, it looks like they're done memeing as well, as this point lead's about to change again, Trevor.
Yeah, and Rated did exactly what they needed to do. They kind of stepped up. They took, instead of just the 30, they took the 40, 50, and now they're right back in it. They have the lead going into this point. These cluster of hard points that are going to be right next to each other. This is going to be absolute bloodbath because odds are we get a winner before the next rotation pops, unless there's just so many contests. Who's in the best position right now? Probably Rated, with Natural Talent getting those kind of far spawns there. They have most of their teammates right on and around the point. They're going to look to hold down these kind of eye lines. Number 2 should pick up a kill onto 7. If he spots him, no. That was going to be Cuffer looking to get another one. Already at 36, if my eyes don't deceive me. But Zila, right here in the hard point, Natural Talent trying everything that they can to kind of get their points back so they don't lose off this point.
Yeah, to put this into perspective, Rated can take this, Natural cannot on this hard point. But every hard point we've come into in, I think, this one and the past one, has been a situation if it runs a full 60, game is over. Trying to get in this very quickly, Daiquiri taking out the first, and that's what's going to be required, but getting dropped down himself, members of Natural Talent not able to get on into hard point. Rated Gold taking the first one, 250 to 219 after, like Trevor said, an absolute bloodbath. Just a barn burner here for game number 1. Performance like that, Trevor, I gotta say, I would be surprised if we only play 3 maps.
I mean, it was so close. We're definitely going to at least the 4th map after that. I mean, dude, it was really nice to see as we kind of look at some of these best plays, I believe. It ended, actually, sorry. But there were so many good plays. We saw people like Cuffer who were going through just absolutely slaying everyone, kind of keeping his team in it almost. I mean, I can't say that as much because Rated Gold, they were able to just outslay the whole time. I mean, sure, the numbers are probably close if you do all the math, but honestly, Rated Gold had more kills, but Natural Talent had a lead for a good portion of the map. So I mean, Rated Gold stepped up at the end. They kind of held what they needed to, and they got the results. But it was really close, and honestly, could have very easily gone to Natural Talent.
Yeah, this is the point as commentators when we have to point out it's an objective-based game, right? You know, it's not all about the slays. You slay out, you have somebody do, triple, quadruple, and positive, something like this. It's not gonna have a non-effect on the game, is what I'm trying to say, right? But without just huge outliers like that, or the other way around, obviously negatively, without huge outliers like that, it's going to go down to objective. That's exactly what we saw. At the end of the day, it's the difference between rated gold and Natural Talents. Like how much worth is it to their deaths, right? Natural Talent, at the end of the day, I believe just simply died on point more often than not when it came to taking time on their deaths, playing their lives. That's the quintessential like idea here, Trevor.
Yeah, and I mean, the cool thing is now they're on a completely new map. We get to see how these teams play in a very different game mode than Hardpoint. We're gonna head to a Moscow Search and Destroy here, and I like this map for Search and Destroy. I want to see a sniper. Somebody please give it to me. To quote the great what is that? Rick James, I think he said it. Give it to me, baby. Is that him? Yeah.
There was sure. Never really listened to a whole lot of Rick James myself.
How did you not listen to Rick James? Either way, that's besides the point. Moscow has nothing to do with Rick James.
That's fair. That's fair. I think that the main reason why I know that as a person actually is because of Dave Chappelle's skits on him back in like the early 2000s and whatnot. So that's the extent of my culture there, Trevor.
Hey, and that's a good piece of culture for you to have.
There you go. Dave Chappelle is a natural treasure. But yeah, so we're going to be getting into so Moscow Search and Destroy. Again, the hard point can be the control was just oppressive on this map, but like Trevor said, Search and Destroy is simply different story now. There's obviously the preference on A to B site, B to A site. What's your scoop on that there, Trevor?
I mean, I've honestly seen it go both ways. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Haven't casted Moscow Search and Destroy a lot. I just see other maps pop up. So it's kind of nice for me to kind of in this preseason hype battle, to get into this Moscow just to see it one more time before we really get super rolling into the season. I like the A side myself. Maybe not the the escalator side. With the escalators,
Yes.
that's the one.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that myself just because kind of the sight lines we see from if someone pulls out a sniper, holding some of those really cool angles on those stairs, or kind of from the little, I'm gonna call it the cul-de-sac. It's not a cul-de-sac in the back. That little L. So
I
it's
understand what
cool.
you're saying,
Yeah, it's cool to see some of those angles that people kind of come up with, or some of the plays that can be made through a smoke. If the smokes are in, you throw a smoke and can kind of get up onto the ledge and just kind of take people out as they're kind of through it. So many cool plays can happen on that side of the map. I mean, but the other side is just as good. So many things can happen. with the buses, people playing in and out of those, not really knowing where someone's going to be. So many windows for them to come through. So it's actually really cool to kind of see how both of them shake out. Obviously, that B side is a little bit closer to the defender spawns, so not a lot of people go for it. I mean, I've seen some balls to the walls run through mid map, run to B, plant the bomb before, but
Let's just get there. The fallen
yeah,
sprint.
yeah. Other than that, I mean, you don't see that too much. It's a cool play call every now and then, but I mean, I think the A side is the more methodical, take our time, get something down.
Obviously, 1st to 6, first few rounds might see something kind of like you said, balls to the wall, something like they're really courageous like that. But that would make more sense to see towards the beginning of our rounds here. One of the first few rounds, a place where both teams kind of have a little bit of playroom. They can go and take risks, see how it pans out. As far as snipers, I'd be a little remiss if we don't see a single myself. But CDL search and destroy on Moscow. Starting now, rated gold on your left again, natural talent on your right.
Talk. Who's gonna be the top fragger? Who's gonna have the most kills? Guess right now.
Top fragger, at least for rated, I'm gonna have to say Cuffer, right? Like just based on what we saw before. Is that 4 AK-47s or AK-74s? Yeah, at least for no, that was a single Krig, I believe, for rated. But yeah, the single AR player. I mean, this is Moscow. It makes sense to run the Kalishnikov.
That was fast. Oh my goodness. Wow, natural talent just yikes. They got that angle. They ran kind of down. We'll get to see a nice play here. I'm sure it's probably a 2-piece or at least shots into a couple. Oh, there's the 2-piece, baby, right there in the face. Junior getting it. But he just jumps around that corner and chows the guy. I mean, that's a cool thing about that because you can play around those corners, up and down those stairs. It's really cool. And that one was just super quick. Natural talent wasted no time. Because they actually are natural talent running 74U, so they're going to be in their face every single round.
It almost makes sense that I wouldn't be the first person to say the 74U can kind of do everything outside of the super long range damage. But see how it goes. Teams run pretty decently so far. Cuffer was the only one who found a kill last time. That is so far the case here on this next round. Number 2, natural talent finding a couple. Kayla, that's not a K. Zella, the last one alive here, flashes out. Top Eskies does get the hit marker for it, but that's not going to be a whole lot of value. Trying for longer range and sees the back of one. This is a 2v1. Zella's not treating it like it.
No, he's absolutely challenging.
I love it. Yeah, exactly, right? Playing very aggressive, courageous, but close range. 74U wins again.
Yeah, so natural talent. I would not be surprised if we see natural talent take a bomb up the mid map and go to B, just with how aggressive they're playing right now. I don't know if I've necessarily seen someone watching mid map as we've just kind of had this bloodbath at A every single time. But I mean, if I'm a team, I'm taking it up mid map and going to B just to kind of throw the other team off instead of just running at each other at A. I mean, let's change it up a little bit. It's obviously not working for rated gold. Is natural talent. You can see it on the scoreboard up 2-0. I mean, Ivan hasn't died. He's only got 1 kill, but not dying helps your team out a lot. Same for Daiquiri.
Yeah, literally everybody in natural talent squad is positive. Bomb has not gotten planted, and that bomb has not gotten disarmed quite yet. I think that tells a story in and of itself, really. Rated gold back on offense, but at the end of the day, this is what everybody talks about, right? Like taking an offensive round, taking a defensive round. Natural talent's really popping out here. Longer range shots from Camo. Maybe that's why you run an AK. Or an AR, excuse me.
Yeah, hey, watch Ivan here because he's on a crazy flank. He's gonna get some people in the back right here. He just kind of committed to it.
Postcard from over here. That's how far he's flanking.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like he is in their spawn. Like this is a really good spot as long as he doesn't get picked up by these players. Oh, that is a very unfortunate gunfight to lose. If you're Ivan, rated gold, kind of coming up clutch with that, but it's a never mind. It's not a 2v2 as natural talent picks up both of those kills at the same time. Natural talent taking a very quick 3-0. Daiquiri 5-0 right now.
There you go. That's what we have to talk about right now. We were mentioning how the deaths have to be worthwhile in our respawn and our hardpoint. Obviously, you have limited there. This is the opposite of the case. 1 per round and minimum of 6 games. So far, natural talent slaying out like that is just simply eliminating any opportunity for rated gold to get anything done. Plant again has barely happened so far. It's Aspect with 1, Ivan, I believe, has gotten a plant, but every time, ultimately, it's gone down to lives. This is how Moscow does frequently, but natural talent is showing up completely after losing by, 10% last game? 250 to 219, so just barely over 10%.
Yeah, it's just numbers, words, math.
That's quick math. Yeah, don't hold me to that one.
Yeah, but I mean, natural talent again with the first blood, almost getting a second or rated gold, almost answering back there through the smoke.
Three right there,
Junior,
nothing.
yeah, Junior does
Yeah,
fall,
nothing.
but there's 2 more traded from natural talent, and it is just Zila kind of on a flank here. But I mean, you're running at 3 guys. I mean, you got an AR. Don't get up. Play this methodical. Take your time. Take the 1v1s. See if you can do something. He's in a 1v2 again. We saw this last time.
Yeah, and this choke point is just absolutely oppressive. It's so hard to get through here. Plant actually does come through, but this is going to be more for pressure than anything. It's almost certainly going to go down 2-time again. Longer range shots come out. Natural talent on a 4 run here. Not just an offense-defense, but an offense-defense, offense-defense. Fantastic stuff. So far as well, Daiquiri looking quite strong. Is that too harsh of a pun? 6-0, right?
Yeah, so the
Yep.
scoreboard pops up for us. He is 6-0. That is
And nobody on the
absolutely
side
not-
of rated is even positive. Not even.
Yeah, with Aspect having 0 kills right now. I mean, if you're his teammate, he's gonna need to. I mean, to be fair, he's got the bomb in his hands, so maybe it's okay for him to have a little bit less of a scoreline. But to be 0-4 with your team trailing 0-4, you got to pick something up for your team, man. As we do
He's
see a
got the
little bit
objective
different
as well. So
Yeah,
again, objective-based game, but this has all come down to kills. Again, pretty much every one of these plants have come down to a kill-death situation. Is a single sniper that looks out there. Camo now breaking even, which I believe is the first time for a rated gold player. Not 100% sure. Not downing them too much, but 60 seconds left on this as everybody's attention turned towards B.
Yeah, and it's nice to see the switch up there from Rated because they were just getting smoked today. So they did what they needed to. They took it kind of up toward the mid map to B, switch it up. They got the plant down. 2v2. That's better than they've been in the past as Crixus does fall. So now they have a 2v1, 1v1 Ivane versus Cuffer. This is big. I mean, Cuffer, you got to step up for your team to get the first one. There's about 20 seconds left. Yeah, they got it. He got the kill. It's exactly what you need to see. You're on the board. Regain. You're fine.
Yep, exactly. I gotta make the joke, by the way. Cuffer, I barely even know her! I'm certain that he made that name there for a reason. But yes, this is rated gold striking back on this one. Even Stevens is camo at 5-5. Unfortunately, the rest of the squad has not found that neutral ground when it comes to kills quite yet. Aspect found his first and the last, though, and Daiquiri found his first death. So maybe that's the end of streaks either way. What?
They seem to be shooting each other in the face.
Huh.
But their teammates are playing
Interesting
though,
tactic.
so I'm unsure as to what is happening. As their teammates just kind of pushed up and kept playing.
It's an interesting, different tactic utilized from your rated gold squad. Yes, play with a simple numbers advantage. Perhaps the bloodlust from the remaining players will intimidate the rest to surrender. I'm not sure.
Not sure what the play call there was, but
Trying to be as positive as I can here.
I think they. Oh, so we did have someone lag out, so I'm not sure exactly what the protocol is here for this.
If we could get a producer to speak in my ear, a voice from the void to speak to me and let me know what's to be expected here as far as when he can come back, if he can come back, if Rated Gold has to play this at 3 people. I've been going on for a while, and I'm going to continue to draw out my statements like this until I get some sort of answer in my ear here, please. Natural Talent with another quick win, and we're just going to ignore everything I just said. 6-1 here for the Natural Talent. They're striking back in game number 2. Now, Trevor, we have essentially purchased ourselves a best of 3 after this one. Yes, Rated Gold taking game number 1, 250 to 219. Natural Talent striking back 6-1, game number 2.
Yeah, and I can only imagine that that's probably going to stand just because it was so late. I mean, there's not much you can do there. So it will stand as I'm hearing the magical producer in my ears from Hero there. That is going to stand. Natural Talent is going to take that 6-1. Unfortunate that player did lag out. But, I mean, you were down a lot.
Happens.
Natural Talent, it happens. I mean, Natural Talent, it was a very good showing from them.
Maybe his mom picked up the phone to call an aunt or something like that, right?
Yeah, that sounds like before my time.
There you go. I do. I wasn't sure if you'd even catch what I was talking about. Yes, it would used to sound like you were strangling a robot whenever you try to connect to the internet to get on your AIM, which was the AOL Instant Messenger. Yes, that was the way to talk to girls back in the day, Trevor. Set a status and everything else like that. Maybe a little like a subtweet. I guess that's kind of how it'd be responded to as now. something like that, something a little edgy, something about your feelings. You know, it usually worked.
So it's the generation before me. It is their Twitter, is what I'm hearing, guys. I don't know if
Essentially,
anyone else
yeah,
knows
no,
what he's
exactly.
talking about.
Except only your friends could see it, which was literally as I say it, I realized how Twitter used to be before it is now. Wow, yeah, okay, yes, I am
Yeah.
archaically old here, Trevor. I get it.
I mean, I think I saw that thing used on like an early 2000s like rom-com or something, maybe like some edgy teenagers typing instant messengers back. Chad Michael Murray, someone like that, had to have used it in a movie or probably One Tree Hill at some point in the show.
If we're being honest with each other and you, we do see your background, of course.
Oh yeah, 100%. You got to rep.
No shame,
Either
no
way,
shame. I like it. I like it.
yeah. Either
No,
way, I mean,
go ahead with what you're saying. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you're completely fine. We're on to Garrison for some control.
Back
Bad
to Call of
pun
Duty.
incoming. Who can take control of this series with this map 3?
End of the day, we talk so much about momentum and what teams bring with them from game to game, round to round. Any momentum either way is kind of shattered. You know, like Natural Talent dropping a round initially doesn't give them anything to feel great about, but then a 6-1 run that was stopped at 4-1, but then a player drops. So it's kind of like, you know, maybe they're making a comeback. That is a tall mountain for them to climb. Rated gold. I mean, at that point, 1-4. But they just got the first one and stopped the best player on Natural Talent kills wise on their streak so far at 6-0. So we're going to be getting in, like you said, in Garrison. I think we're kind of at a clean slate situation here now. You know, we saw one team, you know, do a little bit better on the respawn. We saw one team do markedly better on the non-respawn, and now we're coming to the limited respawn game mode, which is a format that I have to just rave. Yeah, ranting is bad, raving is good, but I have to rave about because I like it, right? You know, like having domination and hardpoint you know the both unlimited respawn game modes. Not really about it personally so much, but let me get the big bang Trevor on that one.
Yeah, and as we flash the maps real quick, we do see that Garrison Control is going to be next. And the one thing that I really like Control, because it kind of ties Hardpoint and Search and Destroy together. Probably two of the better game modes that Call of Duty's ever seen. We get to see almost mashed into one, as you have the limited number of lives, but you have to remember the objective. If you play it like a team deathmatch, you have no chance to win offenses unless you just absolutely run at the other team. So you have to worry about that point. You have to worry about kind of capping it, and whatever strategy you used to do. I mean, stack a couple guys, try to get position on the other, but there's strategy. That there's more strategy than Hardpoint. Maybe not as much as Search and Destroy. It's a nice little medium ground for us.
Exactly. Like in so many ways, what I was saying earlier and just what Trevor was saying here, similar vein. It is a middle ground between two staples and game modes that are not going to be leaving the CDL anytime soon. If gun to the head, I'd have to say the hard point to be more at stake than getting the boot than Search and Destroy, but that's just because Search and Destroy is so unique within Call of Duty. But then obviously you have how many different games now that start with one life per round. You know, you go forth with an objective, you have two of them to go at, you switch offense defense. I'm talking CS:GO for 25 years now. I'm talking Rogue Company and Valorant most recently, you know, Rainbow Six. And of course, there's variations within each of these games, but what I'm saying is there's a central theme through them, and that's that it is tried and true. Single rounds come through, single life. Yes, it can be hyped. Yes, it comes down to one-on-ones in incredibly close situations, but it's not something you're just going to get respawns poured on top of you like from some mana from the heavens with which you can just commit as many stakes as you want.
Yeah, I mean, it's a staple. As you named all of the games that some variation of this mode has been through. It's just a staple for shooters. I mean, you're better at Halo than me, but I can't remember something that's exactly like this in Halo.
There's not Halo is a little bit different. I mean,
different beast.
CS:GO came out 25 years ago, right? Halo came out 20 years ago in 8 months, right? So those are just, you know, game modes that have been around for forever at a time when Call of Duty was, you know, still going through as like team deathmatch is like one of 3 game modes you can play, like in the first original Call of Duties and whatnot, right? I think what Medal of Honor, that was like if we're talking about really, really old, like God, those Medal of Honor and Call of Duty for a while now, and I'd say past like, you know, 2008, 2010, the whole Medal of Honor wasn't even a thing so much. Disputing, okay, yeah, we'll go to a break here in a second. But Halo came through, and Team Deathmatch was different because and that's just, you can't compare the two because you start with the same modes and the same amount of grenades and everything else. Everything else is exactly the 100% same from player to player. In Halo, the only difference really is positioning and what weapons you pick up, until you get down to the super nitty-gritty of the game, which I'm not going to do right now. Trevor, do we have anything else for the good people before we go to a short break whilst these teams get things figured out?
I mean, just so that we're not on a long break, my top game modes to ever see Call of Duty, I think Uplink is probably one of my favorite. Southern Indiana boy, it's very similar to basketball. You love, I mean, there was cool positioning that we got to see from it. Players had to be on the right spot at the map, catch a pass, dunk it, shoot the three for one, whatever it may be. So that was a really fun game mode to see.
I'm just kidding. I said, you don't watch much basketball, do you? I'm totally kidding around, though. Uplink, it was vastly different, right? And that's something that I can dig overall. Like, you can't look, like, you could look at, I mean, Hardpoint is essentially domination just with rotating hills, right? Control, you really can't make the same statement because of the limited round of respawns. Now, thank God we don't have 5 players for this, and you're looking at 30 lives. Like, at that point, it's kind of like, you know, as long as one person just doesn't die a lot, it's essentially unlimited respawns, right? Like, unless you're just getting absolutely stomped, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun to watch. Just pure spectator, didn't cast a lot of Black Ops 4. It was really fun to watch. Some pretty dramatic things coming down to some of those kills. But either way, you get to see more methodical people planning out having to cap the points in this variation of the game with Call of Duty at its 4v4. But Tug, that's really all I have before we head to a quick break as we kind of get everything situated. You got anything for him?
No, just shout out to our producer again. That's Hero, producing away, making our jobs a lot easier. Just a quick form of shout outs here. That's Get Good, Innovated Gear, excuse me, FORUMA Graphic Design, Drop Shot, Data, and Gamers Resort. We want to give a shout out to them and the orgs and people who do make this possible. We'll be back with you guys for more fiery Call of Duty action. Game number 3, in a tied up situation between Rated Gold and Natural Talent.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Yeah, I've discussed it with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face. I stared and wait because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect
Are we live? Give me 5 to open these things back up.
With the ground beneath your feet, with a whisper in the tree. Do you feel us watching?
And we are back here live, ladies and gentlemen, with the Kate.
Yeah, hey Tug, it sounds like you might want to replug your mic in really quick. I'll go ahead and take it away while you fix that just for a second, but we are live. Both teams are ready. Sorry for that short break. We just had to figure out some lobby stuff and just the ending of that last round. But as it stands, Natural Talent did take the 6-1 victory for the Search and Destroy on that Moscow map. But now the story is Control. You heard us break it down for you right before we went to that break, but Control, probably one of my favorite game modes, and we get to see it on Garrison. Tug?
I am with it. Is that a little bit better?
That is, yes.
Fantastic. The vocal velvet coming right at you. 600. That's funny. Okay, not paying attention to that one right now. That's funny. We are, again, basically purchased ourselves a best of 3 situation after the tie-up. Game 1 into Game 2. 250-219. That's what I got written down. And 1-6 for Natural Talent after an unfortunate connection issue, we'll call it. Garrison next. Again, it's a busy map, right, Trevor?
Oh my, it is so busy. It's kind of fun to play on Prop Hunt because of all the things that are there.
I love, like, honestly, Prop Hunt is some of the most, like, guilty fun that I've had in a while. Time that I could be spending Vonning reviewing or casting or reviewing others casting, something like this. I've wasted away the wee hours playing some Prop Hunt and screaming like a girl when somebody comes running in and just, like, dashing out the window as a door, as a bicycle, as a fire extinguisher. It is a guilty pleasure, it really is. If you have not checked it out, seriously, it's a good, like, wind down game, you know?
Yeah, just vibing with some friends in a server while you're playing. Like, it's all good. It's all fun to see. But right now we get to see this map on Control. As it looks like Natural Talent is on that offensive side first, as they're going to try to run toward. I lied. I had it flipped. I look at the mini map backwards. Rated Gold will be on offense first. Sorry for that. As Natural Talent looks to kind of stack. Not even really stacking. They just have a good defense. They're kind of spread across the map. And wow, look, they're already pushed all the way over halfway mark. Just kind of have Rated Gold pinned in their spawns.
Is it just me, or is Aspect not spawned into this game yet?
Yeah, it doesn't look like he has, and now we're gonna see Rated Gold maybe.
Yeah,
shooting
okay. I
through.
was mega confused. My eyes are going, man. I was like, man, there's not a number 4 on this. The skull has not left the side of Aspect's name, and we are going to be getting a reset from our host. What? Oh, all gravy, all gravy. Yes, that's fine. We're gonna be hitting a reset in here in just a second, guys. All gravy. Just connection issues with the games. This is nobody's real fault. Play online. This is what happens. Hell, I mean, this could happen on LAN even. We'll be back with that. That'll be back soon, man. Right? We've been missing it for 11 months.
It's yeah. It's to quote Stained. It's been a while.
There you go. Now that's something from my time period.
If actually, if you go to 17 seconds in that song, you hear the drum, and then you just hear "It's been a while," and it's really great.
Yeah.
yeah. Exactly. Just 17 seconds of that song. Play it. It's awesome. You'll hear it. It's great. But yeah, it really has been a while since we've had LAN, and I need to get back into that environment. Like we need to be there. It's so fun. But right now, online's not bad. But we get to sit here from the comfort of our small college dorm and cast some Call of Duty. But other than that, it's
I like
great.
the wayward glances tossed before those. I feel you, man. I feel you. We've all done it. On a real note, while we get when we get this set up, I hope the whole dorm experience ain't that bad for you.
No, not bad at all. I mean, I got my 100 Thieves Frosty flag up there.
Hey, there you go.
You guys have seen the tweet. I'm not gonna say it, but other than that, right there, it's not bad. I mean, I get to I have so much free time that I get to sit here and cast Call of Duty with you, Tug. Like, what
Hey,
else
there
could
you
I ask
go.
for?
I am truly jealous of you there, Trevor, getting to cast with me. That's a world I one day want to live in.
Yeah.
You're completely screwing
Whoa.
around. No, I think that oh man, what was I gonna? Oh yeah, no, no. Colleges are pretty famous for their kind of lackluster internet. I think is a positive way to put it. Are you having that problem there?
No, actually, it's not been bad. I'm lucky.
Good, good,
So I have the Wi-Fi box in my room. I'm in a
nice.
corner room. So I got the little Wi-Fi box plus like couple connections for. I mean, I'm not gonna use my computer on Wi-Fi. Like, who does that? So I
Yeah,
mean, I got
exactly. Okay,
I
what
got
do you
my
think of
cable.
me? No,
Yeah,
I
I
hear
got my
you.
cable
Wired,
running
wired.
through.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not bad.
No, I hear
Outages
you.
here and there, but it
That
could be
happens.
worse.
Exactly, exactly. I guess just to continue to vamp, I saw something on Reddit. It's like tips to streamers or something like that. If you have like a power outage, you're not supposed to like tweet about it, or at least not in the instant, because people like for like stalker purposes, because people can find out what is it like building to building or like what's it called? I don't live in a city. City blocks, like city block to city block. They list that information online of where the city blocks go out, what times and stuff like this. So not only can like people look at it live, they can look at it afterwards and stuff like that. And with that, they could feasibly figure out where you live. So hey, if you're a famous person, you get concerned that stalkers gonna be showing up to your house, whatever else like that, don't tweet about your power outages. Just say I can't stream tonight. Screw all of you. I don't know you an answer. I'm not a commodity. I'm not trying
Tips
to
with
make it like a
Tug.
huge statement there either. I'm sorry. I just like doing a voice, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, tips with Tug, everybody. Every Sunday at 9:17 p.m. Make sure you
Jesus.
tune in. We have tips with Tug.
There you go. So we'll call it "Do as I say, not as I do," because well, we'll just
I
we'll
think we've
leave
all
that
been there.
advice there. There you go.
I
What
mean,
are some other?
honestly, what else? Yeah, what is there?
You got any life tips there? I got one.
Life tips? No, I don't. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, okay, word. Well, I learned this back in college from drinking a lot of American beer, right? So you have your standard can, 12 ounces, I think it's 355 milliliters. This is what's called vamping in the business, by the way. 355 milliliters if you're, from Canada or somewhere, literally anywhere else besides America that uses more logical standards, units of measurement. But everybody knows what this can is. As it is, if you have it like full, then that takes up space and recycling and other things like that. If you just simply crush it like a little bit, you save something like 35 or 40% of space. So there's always that. Crush your cans before you throw them away. It's a very very simple project or process, and you work out your hand or something like that. Really, it's the main point is that again you save space in landfills and other things like that.
Whoa, Tug, you're doing it all wrong, man. Crush your can before you recycle it. Everyone, save the world. Go to
No,
liberal
I
arts
mean, no,
school. I'm kidding.
I'm with it.
I'm
I'm
kidding.
with it. I live in the South, and they over coronavirus time, they literally stopped collecting the recycling because it caused like more social interaction or something like that.
Yeah,
They just started tossing stuff in a landfill, which I'm not personally against. Like if you can recycle stuff, obviously do so. My point is these recycling bins have only a limited amount of space as well. Also, doing that makes it easier for the cans to crush themselves because when they have like that the straight metal, I don't know what the idea is, but basically when it's formed or whatever, it's harder to crush. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, but just by interacting with everyday objects and events, and I don't know what the science is to it, but I think that I have gone on long enough here, Trevor. What do you think?
you go crush, can go blam something. Yeah, I got it. I got the gist. It was there. I don't know. Yeah, so just a little update for everyone. You guys don't have the producer in your ear like we do. That's why we just kind of had that awkward pause and looked over. Um,
Both hearing
but
voices simultaneously, the same voice, actually, me and Trevor. Who would have guessed it?
yeah, weird. Kind of synced schizophrenia. I don't understand how it works, but it works, and we bring this awesome Call of Duty to you guys in this preseason hype battle war between natural talent and rated gold. But yeah, I mean the host is getting reset. We'll be back shortly with the gameplay. But Tug, you gave some people some really great tips. I mean, tips that I have for people. I don't know, like basic drink your water. But other than that, if you are a streamer, 3-point lighting is huge. You got to have your right lighting.
That's fair. That's fair.
Couple different lights. Make sure like hair lights, everything like. Make sure you do it. Just helps elevate your production. Random people are clicking through. Someone clicks on a stream and like you're in the dark in your hoodie playing games in a basement, people might not stay.
It's not a pleasant aesthetic. Is that fair?
no.
I don't care how attractive you are, man, woman, other, whatever. I don't care. I don't care how hot you are. Nobody looks attractive sitting in their basement in the dark, in a hoodie, playing video games, cracked out. Like literally focusing. Not a single person on this planet. No amount of other clothes, makeup. I don't care who you are. just not not attractive look. Like a white man in whitey tighties. There's no situation on the planet where you look attractive in any way. You just look, just non-threatening and pathetic.
I could
Something I
not
learned
have
from
said
personal
better
experience.
myself. He's learned
Like,
from
Hey,
personal
personal
experience.
experience. What I gotta say? More tips. If you're a white dude, you're not gonna do yourself any favors wearing whitey tighties ever. Boxer briefs is where it's at, personally.
Boxer briefs are where it's at. That is the move. I can relate. I mean, what else can we tell all the people in this stream right now? I'm not really sure.
I can only speak as far as like fashion tips as a white dude. I don't know how black, whitey tighties, black, like, the briefs look or whatever else like that on a white dude, but I've never really tried. It's not comfortable either, right? Like boxers is just where it's at. Here's a tip. Yeah, it is like I spent a lot of my time just wearing kind of standard boxers from wherever else, right? Like Hollister when I was in high school, right? But getting like good boxers, like silk, something like that, good boxer briefs, something like this, that is the move, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you. Especially if you're a younger dude and like you have a problem with your problem with parents, like getting gifts or whatever else like that on birthdays, Christmas. If you're like me and your birthday is literally on New Year's Day, then the 6 days between those two, and just the one gift they give you for holidays, not Christmas, not birthday. I'm not actually salty about it by any means. I'm just saying. Yeah. What is this life advice? I was wondering when I started questioning it, but yeah, no. If you're somebody who's kind of hard to shop for, whatever else like that, help people out. Just literally try it. Really nice, soft, silk, even boxer briefs, boxers. If you're a dude, I'm telling you. Like the quality clothing, the women just have a leg up on us on, and that's one thing that I've found really, really quality.
Tug, now I hear your advice, and I'm gonna raise you, in terms of like boxer and boxer briefs. So
Yep, it's getting hot out here. I'm taking off the jacket. Hang on.
Oh yeah, everybody watch him take off this jacket.
TOS.
As I continue to talk about boxers and boxer briefs, but there's this brand, not sponsored, not partnered, not anything, just Saks. Guys, do yourself a favor. The brand name is SAXX, and their kind of thing is they have this pouch. And if you relate to the brand name with how you wear boxers, you're gonna understand what I'm saying. And
no explanation necessary, really.
The
name of the brand is Saks, SAXX.
And that they have this little pouch, okay? And it's probably the best thing that you'll ever have in your life.
Okay. I'm not sure if we can get any more graphic than that on here, especially without a direct sponsorship. But yes, check it out, Saks. I've never personally heard of that whatsoever. But if the theme is quality undergarments, I'm right there with you.
100%. You gotta take care of yourself. So the teams are here. So you guys, they're switching sides and getting ready. So we're about ready to get finally into that control. So you guys don't have to hear our life advice anymore. But hey, there are some gems. Make sure that you remember.
Why do I feel like I know exactly what Hero is going to clip after this and post on Twitter? So far this preseason, it's been fun, right? We got Steve Buscemi impressions and stuff. What else? Also, Steve Buscemi is like a literal hero. Dude used to be a firefighter and went into like the towers on 9/11 for like 12-hour shifts for like a week and stuff like this. So like after he was an actor, you know what I'm saying, like a famous New York actor, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. Yes, he's famously ugly as well, but like I just want to perfectly clarify on the previous broadcast, he's also, in my opinion, at least, like a literal hero. So
100%. I'm gonna point out something that's really funny and that the stream will never be able to see. But Hero, our producer, doesn't have good grammar. Tug, if you look to your monitor,
yes,
you will see that he said, "Then we will be ready."
No, it's one of those things you just notice over and over. And if he was like a sibling of mine, or I had like a really, really good pedestal, like say a live broadcast, to really expose him on with things like this, then it's something I'd totally do. But seems you just beating me to the punch there, Trevor.
Yeah, and Hero, I mean, he has some really good takes. Like the third map, who would have thought that it was very important? Like I never would have thought that the third map was important, being a swing map.
Yeah, just massive inputs, big brain stuff that one of the 5 maps might be important in a competition, a best of 3 as well.
Yeah,
I like this theme. We can just go through and bash individual people while we're given a platform to do so, right? Until they cut the stream.
Right, exactly. I think, I mean, call
Which
me
team are we
He-Man
waiting on? We
because I
could
have
switch
the
those four
power.
next.
Yeah, I mean,
But
exactly.
I'm memeing around. I'm memeing
We
around.
have their names.
We have your names. The little Liam Neeson with the Taken vibes over here, right? You don't know who I am, but I possess a unique set of skills. That's Trevor over here, and I have a broadcast at my disposal. Yes, we're gonna give a very short recap of what we saw already, and then if we're not ready at that point, then we will be going to a break. This is Rated Gold taking on Natural Talent. Round number 3, or game number 3, excuse me, coming in through here where it's tied up 1-1 all the way through. 250 to 219 in the first game for Rated Gold, and now is incredibly close all the way through, literally swapping hard points to hard points like a stock market or something like that. I'm not sure if that would make sense. 1-6 was the search and destroy as Natural Talent came swinging back. The official rules, yes, that's where we can take it here next. The official rules state that if there's more than 3 wins on a search and destroy map, 3 round wins, excuse me, then that is past the point of no return when it comes to returning players. Garrison CDL control comes back for myself, Trevor, and the viewer's sanity.
Yeah, and kind of the thing that we saw here on the brief little sneak peek that we had of breakoffs, if anyone else pays attention to the minimap, but Natural Talent split for their defense. So they sent a couple at A and then a couple mid-map, and kind of over toward B. I'm sorry, I switched the points there. So we're seeing the same thing. Natural Talent instantly going for mid-map control. That's kind of the story that we saw in the search and destroy. They were just run, gun, in your face. Let's get this thing going. And we're kind of seeing that right now as Junior just pops up and shoots a guy in the mouth.
Yeah, speaking of in your face, really was Junior just giving him the business. Now, in some way, shape, or form, he's got to know that there's not one but 2 players, multiple footsteps being heard from. They're stuck on the Simtex, looking like good stuff there. But that is right outside up top as well, so top green's always going to be a huge point of contention, but just like that, Rated Gold getting their first bit of silver here on the second. 30 pieces coming in through soon as Zella and Moore just setting up shop here. And that was Daiquiri through the fire and the flame. Where did those shots come from? I must have missed that. Where did Daiquiri get the shots from?
I honestly do not know, but I love the Dragon Force reference. Yeah.
From Narnia. Oh, Ivane actually giving a little bit of damage to teammate as he came in, but teammate did step directly in front of him, so it's kind of one of those things. Contestant coming through, Ivane turning and burning, whipping around to his left, picking up an AK-74 for his efforts and burning out about half of that progress so far. Daiquiri is on an absolute run right now, Trevor.
Yeah, yeah, he is. I mean, and that's exactly what you like to see from someone like Daiquiri, who performed so well in that search and destroy for Natural Talent. I mean, there's only about 30 seconds left. I mean, Rated Gold still has to cap B before they can even move toward A, just to think about the positioning. But look at number 6, Crixus right there. That's a very dangerous position, especially if Rated Gold gets that B point. Because, he moved from the position. He's going to flank to probably stop the B. With only about 30 seconds left. I mean, honestly,
Wallbang's attempted. Ivane pulls out the pistol at the end.
Yeah. And then he punched Zila in the face probably after that, as we do see the people's elbow coming through the kill feed. But
it seems like these face shots coming in more ways than just one. Saw that was Daiquiri giving a face full of lead, or giving a face full of lead to a Rated Gold player earlier, and now getting up close and personal. First point done. About a minute left here on this, Trevor.
Yeah, and I think this point just a little bit harder to take, just because all the ways that I mean, you're kind of funneled in to get there. It's not quite as like B, where you have a couple routes to go. You're pretty much just kind of going through top green there, unless you want to try to circle around through the spawn, which we might get to see from number 4 there in Zila, as he does have a pretty nice forward position, but he died. He did get shot.
This is an anchor position. Yeah, they'll have to release the obituary later. We don't have time for it now. 40 seconds. The point about this A defense is that there's so many places, like exactly where Junior is. Yes, he's not in a position where he would be burning off offensive pressure, but it doesn't matter when you can hold these anchor positions so well.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, you have less than 20 seconds, no ticks. You have to get a full team wipe and then probably another while staying on the point the whole time if you're Rated Gold, if you want to take this offense. I mean, honestly, I'm going to call it here valiant effort, but you just couldn't get that A point. I mean, he's trying, but no one's on the point with just about 10 seconds left. You still have Junior, who has not got off that point, picks up another big kill. A couple people trying to come through. There is a contestant here with about 6 seconds left. Cuffer able to hop in. That is really big for his team, but with set spawns, Natural Talent are going to be kind of close. We're going to see him hop off the map there for that kill. That is a big play as Natural Talent are going to close out the first round of Control.
Maybe a little bit of momentum held on to from your NT squad, 6-1 on the search and destroy, and now coming in onto here, a little shot punch action from Crixus. Crixus is a player that I kind of expect a little bit more pop off. He's had more of a middle of the road, more of an average performance for him, which for him, of course, is pretty good. But you know, we just expect some more pop off factor.
Pop-offery.
Pop-offery. That sounds like a super old like Latin term.
It kind of does, but if it's not, I made it up right now.
I'm with it. I'm with it. Rocket League caster I was with called a reverse sweep a morb the other day, and that broke my head.
I don't know what that is.
It's broom spelled backwards.
Huh. Wow.
Like, yeah, it was just, I don't know how to feel about that one. It made me feel scared and alone in this world. Crixus is who we're looking at right now, as NT is 1-0, and now a full flood over the top.
This.
Again, you don't get progress from up here, but that doesn't matter when you can get kills like that.
I like that play, flooding A when most people just run to B. So now you essentially, I mean, you had a full stack there of your team on that A spot. Did they get the tick? I can't tell from where I'm at. It doesn't look like they got the tick. So unfortunately they were all for nothing there, as they do fall. But that's a nice break off strategy, because if you get one more kill there, you get the tick. There's already the A pressure. Zila, he's gonna kind of hold down this A, as it looks like a couple more players might try to go toward that to kind of increase the progress over on the A side. But 2 players on B, that's progress. And they're just kind of keep going as Junior's gonna come there to back them up. That's 3 stack to B, and then someone at least pressuring toward A to turn heads, because that's what you got to do. Yeah, I mean, Cuffer is at 12-10 right now. I mean, that's kind of big for his team.
He had fantastic defensive natural talents on offense. Sorry, I almost had that backwards for a second. Cuffer was doing a fantastic job of holding down that area for a while and really just flirting with that second tick of progress. But as Natural Talent got that, I think Rated Gold just chalked their losses. Calder and Nell went on over towards A again. I think just on paper, the more easily defensible control point.
Yeah, and kind of, I think the reason that Rated had to chalk that so quick was because of the split kind of push on the Natural Talent did. So they sent 1 to 2 players at A while they had 2 stacked on B, and that turned heads, because you can't let that progress happen if this is kind of your last stand to hold A, because all it takes is a team wipe and a 4 stack, and that's pretty quick point progression for the other team. But right now, you see Rated Gold, they're kind of up on A, number 4 there, Zila, he's just kind of holding it down. In the point, Camel with some really good some sight lines there, as Natural Talent is just trying to get into the point. But for the last minute or so, as they had 2 minutes to cap it, they haven't been able to cross this bridge, just because of, I mean, people like Camo sitting there holding it. They have to take the long way around.
And the AR almost singing true on that one. And crossing bridge, literally, like figuratively and literally. There's only so many ways to get across right there. So far, team is doing a pretty good job of holding this down. 50 seconds left or so, as spawns at least remain decently even. Is that a 6 or is that an 8 for Rated? That's an 8 actually. So okay, so I take it back. 3 extra spawns for 1 squad is almost in a full team spawn. So Rated Gold looking decent so far. Not out of the woods quite yet though. Natural Talent taking 1, getting a little bit more even. That's what's important. Down bottom and dying in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, any kill that Natural Talent can take here is big, but they have to get on the point. They have to get the pressure there, because they only have about 20 seconds left, and that time just keeps on ticking if you're not on that point. So here we're going to see a 2 push, a nice little thing as they don't get fried. Ivan off the top ropes to kind of to get the point for his team. So time's going to be stopped. They're going to get in progression. This is exactly what Natural Talent needs. They're up in spawns 3-1. I mean, Rated Gold only has 1 more respawn, but Cuffer with the big plays. That's a 2-piece. Get the third. Oh my God, Cuffer! That's exactly what you need to see from him. He comes off the top rope to get those 3 kills for his team. That is the most clutch play that we have seen all night, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, Cuffer. He wins that for his team to keep this. I mean, there's no way that they can get it with 3 seconds left. I mean, let Cuffer get 1 more kill, man. Do it. And he got it. Oh my God, guys, Cuffer. What's that? 4? At least 4 spree on the end.
And 3 that could not have come at a more opportune time. Flanked end all flanks. Seriously, just absolutely beautiful stuff. Ivan did get that play for some fantastic, really just point presence, I guess. Oh no, okay, that was kind of the speed at which those came as well. Fantastic stuff. I think it is no understatement to say that Cuffer just won that control round for his squad. And in a 1st-to-3 situation, that can't be understated. That is massive. That's huge. 18-16, man started that run, this 4 streak, at 14-16. That's how you go turn a negative into a positive, my friend.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is the exact definition, probably. But no, I mean, that was really big plays from Cuffer as he does. And he gets the first blood. He is not stopped. He is not slowing down as we get to see kind of this.
Do we have streaks on this? We have streaks on.
Yeah, we do have streaks. He is. It looks like he already has his artillery. If I'm looking at that right.
No, that's a hair's breadth away.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh no! We were talking about it, and it's
Yep.
all gone.
Yep. No,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
obviously it's not stopped at deaths anymore. We're not going to get into that right now. That's not really worth breaking down, I don't think. Cuffer towards the middle. He's held it down all the way through 2018. So even if he did drop a couple on that, the simple fact that the man has 14 objective kills as well. It's massive. Camo 914, not super huge, but with the lowest amount of objective point presence as well. That's really where I'm focusing my attention on. 9-14 can be excused for objective kills when you're looking at an opposing squad that has 11 at minimum. Cannot be 10 at minimum. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, the objective point is really where we have to focus because yeah, sure, that last round did come down to respawns, but a lot of times it does come down to. Oh wow, so they have about 2 minutes left to go to A, so that's really
there's
nice.
so much time, right?
Yeah, I mean exactly. And that's the fact that they got it. I think the opposing team, Natural Talent, I believe did that just a little bit quicker last time. But either way, we get to see Rated Gold take their kind of swing at A. Can they put the pressure that Natural Talent did on them last time and bring it down to it has to be a 3-piece clutch, or can we see Rated Gold kind of take control and swing it on the offense?
That's the question we're all asking ourselves: is Crixus getting some good stuff done from on top of Communications Truck? Communications Truck? I forget what people call this actually. Top green, always the place to turn attention towards. There's, of course, the trophy system out top, but taking care of members first is going to be the name of the game. Spawns now rendered even after Crixus takes out a couple with a teammate. Now, really kind of trading out. Junior getting up close and personal, getting a lot of this progress off, and now with a 2-piece, everything that Rated Gold, 3-piece, everything that Rated Gold just did is completely negated, and Rated Gold is now down in spawns.
Yeah, so Junior, that was very big by him because he brought his team back from a spawn deficit with that 3-piece and was able to take the pressure off the point. So yeah, I mean, then now you see that they take control. Rated Gold only has 2 respawns left with about 30 seconds left. That is not a good spot to be as Zila does fall there to Ivane, who, I mean, honestly, he's just been a menace on the map this whole time. We haven't talked about him a lot, but he's at the, 22 and 18 stat line right now? I mean, yeah, sure, it's not the most positive that we've ever seen, but he's on a 4 streak, and he's had a couple different streaks kind of throughout this map so far.
Junior now putting up a 5 again as Crixus joins the party. Kills-wise, no spawns left. Rated Gold is effectively lost, excuse me, this round unless we see something, unless we see something defined by a Cinderella story in every way, shape, or form. 2-1 now for Natural Talent. Continuing on a little bit of momentum. Actually, no, hang on. No, it went 1-1, so there's no real momentum coming on into that next. That was Junior. Did I call that as Crixus doing that? I'm sorry if so.
No, you said Junior. I believe it was Junior.
Okay, gotcha. Just making sure. I'm gonna give credit where it's due, of course.
Yeah, and kind of something to note is we've only seen defensive round wins so far. I mean, can you break the offense? That's kind of the big thing. But right now, it looks like Raid's going to be on the defense. You have to take it here. And then I don't want to get into the math right now to see who's going to get that final round. We got to get through this one first.
Yes.
But...
In case you are unfamiliar, want to repeat this, and shout out to Kamaka. I think I'm going to do that for the entirety of the life of this game because I did not know this. But the least amount of deaths, yes, not most amount of kills, but least amount of deaths determines who goes on defense, no matter who was just on defense in a round 5 situation for your control. I honestly, I love that method of deciding it because otherwise it's literally just if you get down to a round 5, it's literally just a coin toss of who kind of started because defense, I think, clearly has a advantage here in a lot of these different maps. On board Daiquiri now, man's 23 and 19 it looks like, now joining Presence. We're on B. I think every round B has gone first if it's been taken all through every offensive round, right?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah. Again, it's just easier to defend, so.
It really is, and B, sometimes you just kind of chalk it. See, I think that's the most time that we've had after the B cap, just over 2 minutes there. But something to note, it looks like as it stands right now, Natural Talent will have that defense if they don't win it here. So that's kind of really big for them that they had the least amount of deaths.
You know,
Because
that was super easy to like to do this because it's 2020, 20, and 3 or 23. Right? Yeah, okay. I'm with it. I like taking the opportunity to shine when the math is easy. There, caster math is like famously bad. Everybody, not sure how much esports everybody's, how much esports commentary everybody watches, but it is famously bad. We're talking about like simple math, individual numbers added together, and sometimes I can get them wrong. But seriously, shout out to Trevor for realizing that. I like it.
Yeah, so there's some cover with some more big plays. He's at a 33 and 27 stat line right now. But, I mean, Junior on the other side with 30. It has been the story of these two slayers. I mean, Cuffer, Junior, they have both completely just destroyed the other team in terms of kills. Natural Talent looking to kind of break into the A. They still do have about a little over a minute left with technically a respawn. And just kidding, there is no respawn advantage. I lied about that sentence as Aspect picks up 2. But Ivy tried to answer right back with that kill. Yeah. But yeah, Natural Talent looking to try to get this A point and just end it here. Don't go to the 3rd round because, I mean, the deaths have tightened. There are more numbers that I don't want to add. But I mean, it honestly is very close because it's not just this thing either. It's total deaths through all the rounds. And I guess that counts it. I'm stupid. I don't know what I was trying to say, but Crix is going to pick up a kill there as he just kind of runs up mid-map. Shots on him. He knows where the guys are. Cover on that kind of very big power position there. He's got a 74. He's got a Krig. He's going to take every gunfight that he can. Kind of tagged up here. Cover, this is really big. The longer he can stay alive, the better he's going to be for his team. Looks like he did get some teammate help there. No, so he does fall. That's going to be players on A for Natural Talent. If you're rated gold, you got to get there quick because, I mean, you don't want to let Natural Talent get set up where, especially Junior in this position, being the player on the map for that.
Take progress is there. That's the second Aspect looking to get aggressive on this one. Fortunately taken out. What's up?
It's a 2v3.
It is. No respawns left.
No respawn.
Even Stevens, 20 seconds coming into this one. 1 tick of progress left. First step is always taken out with a trophy system, but from top A is looking like it's going to be. That's Aspect towards the middle of this. And
is there time for the flank?
Really going to be holding corners. Go ahead.
Time for the flank. They tried to flank, but I don't think there's time because they can't get on the... Yes, they got on the point.
Wow, Rated Gold taking this one back, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat in every way, shape, and form. And I do believe that is the first time that I've seen a 1v1 situation in a round 4 of a control to force a game number 5. Seen it in other rounds, but I think that's the first time that I've seen it here and that. The game will almost certainly do better math than Trevor or I could even do together. And so that'll be deciding who's on defense coming into this one, especially since, again, these are all the way through. Yes,
yeah,
so
Natural Talent did get it.
Yes, they did. 24, 29, 27, 25, 31, 26, 30, 27. I feel like I'd be able to add those. Like, let's give like a general idea of like, yes, Gatorade goal is probably more than that, but who knows? 17, 26 for Camo, not ideal situations. Looking at other outliers here, 38 and 30 for Cover is on the money. We'll talk about Natural Talent a little while later. B, always the first object of affection for our attackers. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to run right at it. I mean, the very first round is the only time that we didn't see B capped, I think. It may have been capped, but it was very close.
But I think I just went down to lives at that point. There's never been a time when A got capped first.
Yeah, I mean, no. So they're going to be at B. Cuffer does end up getting that kill there as he kind of gets his feet as he's trying to climb out of that hole. I mean, if you're Natural Talent, all you got to do is kind of sit back and don't die and make sure you don't give up the spots. But right now, Rated Gold has the respawn advantage, and they're pressed up into B. It almost looks, so they 3-stacked it right now. If you're Natural Talent, you chalk it, you set up and kind of cut off the rotation, which we saw just a little bit earlier in this map. So actually, Crixus isn't going to sit back. He's going to get in their face, take that kill. He's not even going to let the rotation come through. He got shot.
He wants blood. Man wants blood. And I can kind of dig it. He's angry about B going again.
But Junior is kind of the man to watch as we get over into this point because he's going to get down in this little spot here and he's just going to keep kind of... Oh, what's that? That's a cool little jump up right there. Oh, with the 2-piece, Junior off the little rails. He's
off the side rails, not top rails.
He is going off the rails. if you're an Aussie fan, something about a crazy train. But other than that, Junior, man, 33 and 29. Ivane, like again, sleeper, 32 and 25. We have not talked a lot of him. He's not as flashy, but I think he's playing that little anchor spot, which you can get the kill. I mean, look at him, anchor with the AR, kind of watching the angles. He's gonna pick up the kills because he does have 32 right now. Dude's frying. Camo with the other AR on the other side. Not quite. If you compare just the ARs, I mean 18 to 32. Camo's. I mean, Camo is not doing as well as Ivy on the other side.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, we looked at a search and just multiple search and destroy rounds, I should say, where the AK-74 was overwhelmingly present. There was like a little bit of AR play. When I say a little, I mean like one player per team type thing. Did see a little bit of sniper play as well. Not, I can't exactly remember the effect that it had on that, but I can tell you the effect that Junior's corner plays, anchor play is going to have on this 5 streak for him as we hit about 15 seconds now. Big numbers put up from individual natural talent players all the way through. They're staring down the barrel of a W right here. Crix is taking one. Cuffer is going to be getting that one, but they got to get in here, got to get involved, got to get there soon. Not going to happen. Daiquiri putting him down where he stands. And what can I say? Daiquiri's done that to me before.
Nice. Just a little note there. Everyone on natural talent hit that 30 kill mark. Right there at the end of it. So Daiquiri with that last little kill does get 30. When the other team's dropping 120 kills on you at least, it's kind of hard to win. I mean, again, we had a really close respawn with natural talent taking that 3-2 over rated gold. But other than that, again, close respawn. We have one more to play. Look, each team is coming out on top on really close respawns. Rated gold won the first hardpoint, but natural talent won. I would say their wins were more dominant than rated gold's wins in terms of the defense. Because I mean, rated gold came down to a 1v1 clutch to extend it to that last round. So natural talent showing a little more dominance with their win there. Sure, close stat line, but I think they controlled the map. No pun intended. So they're definitely looking to carry that momentum into checkmate for the hard point. But Tug, before we move on, any final thoughts on that control?
Final thoughts on the. I just think this is a pretty standard dose of what we can expect for control on Garrison's coming through. Very, very frequently going to go down to kills and individual respawns and really just playing that game more so than control points. And A is going to be continued to show as just a hugely defensive point the teams are going to make stands on frequently. What you're not going to get frequently is a fantastic 1v1 in round 4 to force a game 5, and even the simple decision whatsoever from a computer to determine which team has fewest deaths. So really a thoroughly entertaining control round that went towards natural talent again after a 6-1 search and destroy, and then dropping 250-219 in the first hard point. We're going back to that hard point round where rated gold showed out last. We're going to go to a very short break because I do not believe teams are set up quite. They are set up. Then we're going to go all the way in. Yes, let's get it going. No need to why do later what you can do right now, right?
Yeah.
Shout outs to our partners again, excuse me. That's GitGudHosts, Innovated Gear, FORUMA, the graphic design company, DropShot Data, and Gamers Resort. Gamers Resort coming through and working with gamers on their mental health. Love to see it.
I mean, you really do.
Yeah,
especially, it's very important, especially through quarantine. It's been tough. I mean, everyone's just gonna gamers stay in their houses. Anyone can say that, but they're the
hearing that for 20 years, Trevor.
Yeah. And like the hard thing is like the option to leave has been taken away, and that does take a toll. So everyone out there, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. It's really important. But I mean, anyway, checkmate. Call of Duty right now. This is where we are. This Call of Duty map 4 checkmate. Natural talent is up 2-1. Rated gold needs to strike first, strike hard, no mercy going into this airplane. As we get, I don't even know what to say here. There's just so many kills back and forth. Cuffer, I mean, he's at 2-0. That's cool.
That is true. That is pretty cool. That is kind of quintessential Cuffer, if you'll excuse the alliteration on that one. We've seen him just popping off individually and with teammates. You can practically see his comms flying through the air when he is pushing individual places. Definitely a team player. It's too early to call him MVP of teams, especially since we don't have a winner. But Cuffer is at least in the contention, just like everyone else. 2-2 for Aspect and Cuffer. Now Cuffer finding his third. 1-2 for Camo. Zella, excuse me. I don't know why I keep thinking this is a K. Zella, the last member, made it up of Rated Gold. Natural talent is it's Ivane, Crixus Jr., and Daiquiri.
I mean, like, Junior, man, look at that guy. I mean, sure, yeah, wow, Ivan. So everyone, we've been talking a lot about Junior. Maybe it's because he's running fast with the 74U, but everyone, you guys got to watch Ivan through this map because, I mean, this is a big one. Hardpoint's big when it comes to your anchor players. Can they hold the spawns for you? And Ivan might be able to do just that. As he is 5-2, tied with Cuffer. I mean, best in the lobby if you look at KD right now. Tied for highest kills. His Cuffer is just absolutely running through and slaying people. As we kind of fight over this next hard point. Last about 20 seconds left. Sure, it's only 20 seconds at the very beginning, but those could be very influential when it comes down to the final couple seconds of the map.
Yeah, and again, I'll say I do like the hard point here a little bit more than Crossroads, given that, I mean, yes, two of them are literally on top of each other, but they're not next to each other. You know, they're not next to each other in rotation until you go for resets and other things. So, just a little bit more distance between these is going to yield a lot more time wasted off, like towards the end of these hard points. At least that's what to be expected. Looking at the new one, 48 for Natural Talent. Trying to get on here, contest to come through, and that's Natural Talent really slaying out so far. That Zello found one down bottom and then an entire wipe against Rated Gold.
Yeah, but kind of an interesting thing. Natural Talent's slaying out, but they're up by not even 20 points right now. I mean, it's going to hit the 20-point mark right now. But, I mean, yeah, they're slaying, but Rated, I mean, have put points on the board. If you're Natural Talent, that's kind of where you lost it in the first map, if we can remember back, because Natural Talent was slaying, but Rated kind of made sure that they had the rotations. So, Natural Talent, watch out.
Natural Talent's gone on a little bit of run down bottom here. And they're, 2 points, 4 points away from doubling up now against Rated Gold. And they'll get that if they retain the last little bit of it. They're looking towards the future. That is smart. Members continuing to trade on this one, and spawns forced to, force for Rated. That's Cuffer and Camo that just spawned kind of down southeast.
Ivan looking to push into the point for his teammates, throwing the nade, kind of laying stuff down, trying to lay down the law. He's still there. He's still good. As he starts to pick up the points, his teammates kind of came through, help him with the clear. Picks up another kill. Ivan, 12-5 on a 3 streak right now. Dude is just popping off. I told you guys, watch out for this dude because he is frying. Camo looking to do something for his team as he runs in with that crit. Gets rocked by Ivan with the 2-piece. Dude is killing it. 14-5 on a 5 spree. Someone that this man, he is absolutely popping off.
Ivane said, what's better than 12-5? I think 14-5. Even I can do that math. More than doubling up now is Natural Talent. 103, 104 to 43, 45 as the last 10 seconds. Maybe, yeah, Zella is going to make the smart decision and move on to the next. No point in getting 5 there when there's a lot more to be had in this next hard point. Cover looking up top. I think he's trying to make a decision about whether or not to sit up top, play anchor, move in. Decides to move in. 74 out, 74 in for the man Ivane there.
And if you do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around, that's what it's all about, guys.
I'm told that's what it's all about there, Trevor.
Rated Gold are looking to turn around this map as they're in the hard point right now, picking up some points there, but a little less than halfway down at 40 points, something like that right now. As they try to work their way back. I mean, they have decent positioning, close spawns, but you can't keep getting killed off that. You can't let Natural Talent keep getting close. Watch out for Ivane up top right there as he smokes the dude. Nice little spot from Cuffer, man. Like, he saw him. He knows what's happening. He had to kill Ivane real quick. Rated Gold have picked up good points here as they could hit the 80-point mark if there are no more contentions and if they don't give up the scrap time. Looks like Natural Talent is just looking to stack the plane for this next point, as it is in the plane this time up top, not below, as we're going to reset the rotations.
Yeah, reset rotations back to square one on this. 15 points separating these two teams is Aspect Company trying to get up top, but Natural Talent proven hard. Yeah, that's going to be super hard to get into, and that's kind of like outside of initial 50-50 push onto this. That's kind of the downside to this first hard point. You have vertical advantage as well as other things like boxes here that you can play like great wing plays out, provide cover from there. As it is 30-point run, or getting close to a 30-point run, excuse me, for Natural Talent.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Star Wars fans, you know what happens with high ground is, Natural Talent has proved just that. Kind of in this airplane here, just kind of chopping the limbs off of Rated Gold as they try to get the high ground. They underestimated their power or something like that. But either way, Crixus did get a 2-piece there. as he's just trying to defend this and get more points for his team. Right now it's a 133-87 with a contestation, but Natural Talent comes out on top. Here we got the fight for the rotation number 6. Crixus getting 2 pieces near the point, but look at him. He's already there for the rotation. He's going to hop on that point and start getting points for his team. He looked the other way. There's the spawns. Rated gold. You got to do something.
Yeah, Natural Talent now with another pop-off player. Junior 21, 14, 1.5 KD ratio for him. Looking super nice at 1 minute and 21 seconds on objective. Far and away the most here. Closest is 1 minute for Aspect. And again, I always look towards these objectives when I, first after I look at KDs, right? So it's the second thing that I'm really looking at, because a little excuse action in my opinion. If you're not necessarily getting all the slaves, we can't tell assist from this point here. And the objective time is what it's all about, especially for Rated Gold. They need some more of that objective time, as Natural Talent gone on a 60+ point lead. Rated's gotten 5-6 points since the beginning of last Hardpoint.
Yeah, it is not. Sure, they've had some contests, but they just haven't been able to get the last few kills. So someone like Ivan at a 25 and 11 stat line, that's over a double. He's over 2 times positive as he just keeps picking up more kills. He's shooting people in the face. You love to see it. His streak is ended there by Aspect, or no, I may have looked at that. I think I was right. Who knows? Either way, 176, 102. Rated Gold has to do something on this hard point, kind of under the plane.
We've been talking about outliers when that simply, yes, this is an objective-based game, but when you have unlimited spawns, doesn't matter when you're getting up to the 2, 2.5, even 3 times kill-death ratios. That's really what's going to make the big deciding factor here, and allow for players like Junior, if he wasn't at a insane 24 and 17 right now, to get 1.5 minutes on Hardpoint when your team has only a total of 186, excuse me. The amount of time versus is just wild. I mean, that's what, 85 seconds just by himself.
Yeah, it's actually really cool to see, because he's not only is he putting the pressure, getting on the point, but he's able to clear the points as well, holding him off. He is the man that yeah, sure, he has a really good anchor in Ivan, but he's like, dude, I got it, I can kill him. But when like that paired with someone like Ivan who's getting ready to hit that 30 kill mark is just absolutely nutty, and really hard for a team like Rated Gold, who is struggling in the kill department. I mean, 13, 14, and then 26 with, Comfort. He's been kind of the only outlier from that team with the big kills. But I mean, you're down by 74 points right now, and that's only growing with Natural Talent on the point.
And with that last 5 seconds of contest, Natural Talent cannot win on this hard point, so Rated Gold has maybe perched themselves a little bit more sand in the hourglass with which to live in this hard point here for checkmate. They drop this here. This will be Natural Talent going on a 3-map run and closing out this best of 5 for the KCF Leagues pre-7. We're not there quite yet. Rated Gold still has a little, back against the wall, definitely, but they still have opportunity here.
Yeah, I mean, you can never count yourselves out. It's not chalked till it's chalked, unless it's chalked. But right now, it's not.
If it was 245, it'd be different. But
I mean, they are down about 100 points right now, so that's never a good thing. But I mean, Natural Talent got those 100 points basically uncontested. Who's to say that Rated Gold can't do the same thing? As you see, someone like Aspect kind of picking it up, getting the kills.
At this point, the objective changes from Rated, like forcing entire takes onto hard points and then using the last 25 seconds that Natural Talent didn't have for their rotation times. As it is, I think we've reached the point of no return.
Yeah, I mean, if it's last year, this might be doable. But not. I mean, 10 seconds.
Not now. Yeah, 9 seconds.
No, not now. With only 9 points left, I mean, Rated Gold, valiant effort. I mean, unless there's some sort of miracle that happens, 1980 Olympic kind of miracle.
Yeah, literally miracle on ice and whatnot. But the way I look at it at the end of the day, every map that had no connection issues, at least verified, so I'm talking about outside the search and destroy, all decently close up until this point. First hard point from Rated was a fantastic statement at 250 to 219 with something like 7 or 8 lead changes. I can't exactly remember. Last hard point, a little bit of a different story, but the control last, especially forcing the 5th round, is huge stuff, and shout out to them for getting it done. As it is, 252, I missed it on that. I think it was 138.
149.
149, that was close. I just missed 2 numbers. 149 to 250, so just inside that 100-point club that Natural Talent got on top of them. Natural Talent, and I mean the rated organization. These are not players entirely unfamiliar with the K7 League by any means.
I mean, honestly, sure. If you're Rated Gold, you lost 1 to 3, but you played some, barring the S&D, you played some really good maps. I mean,
exactly.
They put up good kills. Cover. I mean, he showed out tonight. Definitely did what he needed to do for that team. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, Natural Talent is a very good team who not only has a really good pressure, like in your face S&D player, but has a really good anchor in Ivane. Ivane dropped 34 in that last map, coming out on top of the lobby, plus a sub that has over a minute in the hard point with 1.5 times positive. Like that is just those are really tough numbers to overcome
Exactly.
for really
Exactly.
any team. So I mean,
If
if
those
you're
two
rated
players
low,
were on opposite teams, it'd be a different story. You put both of those in the same with a performance like that and a not huge map like Checkmate, you can pretty much guarantee a stat line something like that, 149 to 250. But yeah, it kind of makes sense at that point, right?
yeah, and what can you say?
That's what we said. Not a bad performance by Rated Gold by any means. That is what we were saying right here. But Natural Talent taking it 3-1 all the way through. Now, talking a little bit about the future again. That is going to be the Open Qualifiers. Yes, the January 30th Open Qualifiers. Team Veer, excuse me, was the winner on that one. We're gonna flash. There you go. And now we're talking about Team Veer, who took the W last time. There will be a prize pool included on this. Excuse me. Team Veer right here took the money home last time, and that is going to be dependent on how many teams do sign up. So before you guys ask me how much money they're making, it's depending on how many teams sign up. Yes, that's January 30th, 2021, right before the February month starts and the next season probably starting. Now let's talk about other preseason hype battles. Next one coming at you tomorrow night. Indiana, not Syndicate, but Syndicate, coming against the Valiant Gaming Squad. Monday, 8 p.m. Thursday, 8 p.m. Wave Runners taking on the Living Nightmare. Sunday, 8 p.m. Hustle Esports taking on Swear Society. I think you can sense a theme there. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard is the time. Now we're going to give a shout out here to our production staff. Yes, that is all of your casters, 9 attractive men and 1 ugly guy there in the bottom right. Yes, all these guys, Giraffe, Shifty, Kamaka, that one guy, Brett, Icy Moore, Corn, J-Fly, Trevor, and myself, FBI Tugboat. You will see us on various broadcasts for the K7 League throughout this season. We're very happy to be here. I think our last shout out really is to Hero for running production, right, Trevor?
Yeah, if you want to. No, he really does a great job, kind of behind the scenes. We give him a lot, but he does a great job. Makes it easy on us, honestly. All we have to do is look and say words. It's very nice.
It's
But
fair.
yeah,
That's fair.
I mean, thank you to everyone who is watching today. And Tug, you do it so well. How about one more shout out to our partners?
Absolutely. GitGudHosts, yes, providing that neutral and even latency as you can get there, geographically positioned near some of these CDL servers, so you can pretty much guarantee they'll be getting priority on that with their fantastic hardware. Innovated Gear as well, one of our partners here. You can check out what they're doing on their Twitter and their website as well. FORUMA, that is for our graphic design here. Yes, them providing that quality 3D graphics and whatnot else, so we can run some of these streams and kind of have it look as aesthetically pleasing as we can. DropShot data as well. They brought a couple different here, as well as a lot of numbers for us to be able to tell that kind of story that comes through, and we do appreciate that, as well as Gamers Resort, working with gamers and mental health awareness and issues and other things like that, actively making the world a better place. Trevor over here, you can find him over on Twitter at Trevor with TREVORRR. Is it 3? There's 4 R's.
0 with 4 had to have the symmetry.
Gotcha. TREV0RRRR. I'm FBI Tugboat. You can find me at FBI_Tugboat. With that, I do believe, Trevor, we have reached my least favorite part of any broadcast, and that, of course, is our end. I'm FBI Tugboat. This is my man, Trevor. We got Hero down there producing away for us, and we appreciate you guys watching for tonight. Catch K7 tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Stream will be going live shortly before then, and we'll have a lot more action coming at you. You have to speak up, man. Kamaka and Icy Moore will be casting for you tomorrow. I might actually have, I just have to fix my Discord settings. Sorry about that. Thanks you guys for watching. We'll catch you tomorrow.